Teachers remain the cornerstone of any thriving education system, yet it is believed their voices are often underrepresented in policy and decision-making processes across Africa. In a bid to change this narrative, the Fresh Look Africa conference was held with the theme Power to the Teachers, elevating teachers' voices. The conference sought to empower educators by recognizing their contributions, amplifying their voices, and equipping them with the skills and confidence needed to influence educational policies across Africa. Convener of the conference, Adora Igunma, emphasized the importance of giving teachers a platform to shape the educational landscape. She said the summit aims to address the systemic setbacks faced by educators, including limited involvement in policy formulation and lack of resources, especially in remote areas.
So through our keynote sessions, our panel discussions, our workshops throughout the conference, we hope that this year we inspire teachers to be much more, because our focus this year is that teachers can see themselves and move beyond the classroom walls. We want them to know that they have the power to do much more. They are just not teachers, they are leaders, they are change agents, they are advocates, they can be more, they can do more. So with that empowerment, with that mindset, they will go into rooms and begin to shape the future of education. They can become influencers in the education sector in Africa. So I believe that a lot of teachers or teachers around the world face a lack of recognition and support. Teachers are often given so much responsibilities because our role is very multifaceted. It's not just we go into the classroom and we teach and that's it. There is so much that goes into teaching, and we have little to no support sometimes with some of those responsibilities that we have to take on. So I hope that through the Fresh Look Africa conference and even the Fresh Look Africa as a whole, we provide the necessary support to teachers, which is what we already do through our conferences and our Teachers Academy. We hope that other organizations, the government, can begin to provide more support for teachers. Teachers can get more pay, teachers can love their jobs more because they are getting immense resources and support from other bodies. So for teachers, your time is now. Take every opportunity that comes your way. You are global change makers. The four walls of your classroom should not limit you to the things that you are capable of doing. To our students, education is the best. Education is good. So go to school, get an education because you're going to need it. To our parents, please support our teachers in ensuring that our students get the best out of education. Because if you empower a teacher, you can empower a child, and you empower nations by doing those things, which is what we stand by as an organization.
Teachers spoke on the importance of empowering teachers as agents of change in the education sector. They called on the government and stakeholders to invest in teacher development and provide the necessary infrastructure to improve education systems across the continent.
I believe that teachers are the bedrock of educational transformation, and their roles are very critical when it comes to national development. When I think about the setbacks that educators have to face, or educators currently face in Nigeria, there are four critical challenges that come to mind. And topping that list will be inadequate funding and investment in education, followed by limited resource and infrastructure, of course, which is an offshoot or which is borne by inadequate funding. Thirdly will be inadequate professional development. And then finally will be unclear career progression pathways for a lot of educators. And when I think about what can be done, to work around these four challenges, of course, it needs no saying that the first one, we need to increase investment in education, both by the government and also in the private spaces. The pathways for career progression for teachers needs to be improved, particularly in the private sector. I noticed that this is very common. Teachers do the same thing for several years. They are really stuck, just moving from school to school, doing the same thing. No clear career progression. In the public sector, it's really clear cuts because you get a new certification. You can move from one level to the other. Your remuneration can improve, and over the years, you can become, you can move up the ranks. It's not the same for most private institutions. So I believe that a lot of work can be done in that area.
Access 24 News correspondent Sosimo Olanino reports that initiatives like this Fresh Look Africa conference are paving the way for a more inclusive and dynamic education system where teachers' voices are not only heard but also drive meaningful change.